days away from what could be the end of this year's legislative session. We're going to have to wait to see if that wraps up in time. And joining me this morning to discuss the last several months, the Senate Minority Leader, State Senator Zach Wahls. We appreciate you being here this morning.
Good to be with you, Zach.
So the Senate hasn't debated a whole lot in the last couple of weeks. So I guess first question is what have you been up to?
Well, Republican Senate leadership and Republican House leadership have been disagreeing with each other about the end of year negotiations. And so the Senate hasn't debated since March 22nd, but we expect to be debating this week. Unfortunately, Zach, it's been a lot of legislation that we feel is making Iowa's problems worse, not better. Republican legislators have been fixated on a lot of these culture war issues, and they've been so busy fighting about those that they haven't even negotiated a budget. So the Senate just the other week passed out of committee blank check budgets where there's supposed to be numbers and the number of employees. There were literally blank spaces. It's obviously no way to govern.
Do you expect, it's just a guess for you, do you think you're going into overtime, though, to deal with these budgets?
It's hard to say. You know, I hope not. I think the sooner that we wrap up the session and get home, the better. But it's always hard to say at this point. There are a lot of tense negotiations happening between Republican Senate and House leadership, so we'll see soon enough.
So we're looking kind of a couple weeks in advance there, but let's go a couple weeks in the past. Just generally, what do you make of this session, if you had to give me a summary of it?
You know, like I said a moment ago, I think there's been this fixation from the Republican Party just pouring the gasoline on a lot of these culture war issues, whether it's been attacks on the LGBTQ community, attacks on our public schools, attempts to restrict women's rights to bodily autonomy. That's all it's been this session, and it's unfortunate that that is getting in the way of us taking on the real issues that are facing our state, things like bringing down prices for everyday Iowans, trying to address our state's brain drain. There are so many things where Democrats and Republicans could agree on how to move our state forward, but the Republican Party today seems so focused instead on a lot of these culture war issues.
We're going to shift over now to the House chamber with some legislation that was fast moving through subcommittee and committee last week. We're going to call it caucus legislation introduced by House Republicans. What it's going to do is it's going to require voters to register 70 days before the caucus date and then not allow absentee or mail-in voting. And those rules go against what Iowa Democrats had proposed to the DNC to keep first in the nation status around 10 months ago. Obviously, it's not in your chamber yet, but just with those spark notes on it, I guess, what's your overall feel on that legislation? Well,
from the Democratic perspective, we made sure that we had an opportunity to participate through the mail process for several reasons. The number one being that we know it's important for Iowans who work a third shift or who can't afford childcare to be able to have a voice in our process. We think that's really important. It's a core value for us, and it's something that as we modernize our caucus process, we felt was important. I was stunned to see that this legislation was introduced, and I'm told it was introduced without Republicans consulting Democrats. Historically, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party have respected the other side's ability to conduct their caucuses in the best way that they see fit and worked in a collaborative fashion to protect the first in the nation caucuses. So the fact that the Republican Party is unilaterally abandoning that long tradition and instead now trying to use the power of state government to tell the Democratic Party how we're going to conduct our own caucuses was obviously not just disappointing but shocking. So I think it's a little too soon to say what that bill's kind of legislative prospects are going to be in the Senate, but obviously it's really disheartening to see that that's where Republicans are moving.
Well, to see, it has to go through the House floor by a vote to get over to the Senate.
Correct.
So we'll see if it makes it over to you. Hey, coming up next, we're going to be discussing an eminent domain bill that is currently stuck in the Senate chamber. We're going to see if it's ever going to see the floor.